Hello, 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 and welcome to the Janey with Janey podcast. We are starting season 5 today, Rooted and Rising. And I'm really excited for Q3 of 2026. Can you believe we are halfway through 2026? A lot of people started this conversation at the beginning of June. We can actually say we're halfway through 2026 now. So, what have you achieved in the first 6 months of 2026? And where do you want to be at the end of September, which is the next 90 days? Probably a little bit more, have we really worked it out properly? So, what I want to do today, it's going to be short and sweet, a brief introduction as to what season 5 is going to be. And then I'm going to leave you with some time to do some journaling, to do some reviewing of how far you've come in the 6 months. If you've been listening for 6 months and we've been doing different tasks, if you've done these, I'm curious to know how it's changed your life, your maybe just a little perspective that might have changed within your life, what you've actually how can I put it? What you've actually put into practice from what I've been talking about over the past season 4, which was New Beginnings. If you haven't listened to season 4, there is a lot of useful prompts and guidance in there as to how to start and take those simple next steps, which links into starting again and also rediscovering from the inside out. That's what we talked a lot about in season 4. And taking those small, simple steps that can make a huge, huge difference to get you in alignment with what your body is actually telling you to do, your connection with God, source, universe, whatever you feel is right for you. There's something somewhere that deep inside that you know you need to be doing something. So acknowledge that. And if you haven't listened to season 4, go back, pick one or two. You don't need to do all of them, but if you did. And basically, season 4 was all about planting. So we were planting, if we go back to the nature analogy, which you know I love. And so season 5 is all about nurturing what we've planted in that season 4. And as we move through season 5 together, we're going to start and put those stronger roots down, deeper roots into who we are, where we want to be, and move and trust with the seasons of life. I've talked a lot about things that's happened to me recently, like the wave of grief hitting from Nova, the pain with my hips and now my foot. And this isn't a kind of, listen to her. That's my body saying, slow down. You're tired. Slow down. Don't rush. Just give yourself space to breathe. Give yourself space to be who you are. Enjoy the time that you've got to be able to do that. And if you are sitting thinking, I haven't got time to do that, remember, there's no such thing as time. I love this analogy, and I've talked about this in my Waves of Grief that I'm writing. Time is a man-made thing. If we think in caveman days, we got up when the sun rose and we went to bed when the sun went down. So time has been created. Is it a good thing? I don't know. I don't wear a watch anymore. I'll go with the flow. So that's easy to a certain extent. You still need to know when your meetings are if you're in business. And all I'm saying is don't force anything. Forcing, and I've realised that, Janey with Janey was started in August 2024. And I pushed and pushed and pushed to create the business that I felt was where I was at that particular time. And then I've realised that that isn't what Janey with Janey is all about. Janey with Janey is the quiet field. It is that peace, that purpose, that stillness, and bringing people back home to themselves. So that is what season 4 was all about. And then season 5, we're going to build on the growth that we can have by nurturing what we've already planted. So there we go. We can't do that without realising how far we've come and acknowledging how far we've come. So before I leave today, I'm going to invite you to do something a little bit different. Rather than rushing on to the next thing because you've listened to the podcast today, I've included 10 minutes of sea. I love the sea, as you know, at the end. And I want you to sit and let the rhythm of the waves, feel the rhythm of the waves from the noise, listen in, sitting with your journal, a cuppa, sit with your eyes closed for the full 10 minutes and see what downloads. And when I say journal, I mean a notebook. For those of you who are maybe new to following me, a journal is basically writing down what comes to you. And that was something I struggled with at first. So sit with the journal, sit with your notebook, and think about where we've come from season 4, which was May, June, July. So, no, April, May, June. So springtime. Think about that. Don't overthink it, is what I'm going to say. Just see what comes through. One prompt that might help you, one question. If it were the end of September and you are looking back with a smile, what has grown in your life? Like I said, don't overthink it. Just listen, breathe, and write whatever comes. Or just sit and listen to yourself. See what words pop up, what words come through, and what words can you write in your notebook if you've done that. And I will see you next week as we continue rooted and rising together. Until then, take care of yourself. Check in with a friend to make sure they're okay, somebody you haven't spoken to for a while, because that's a nice thing to do. And just remember, there's something inside of you that knows no limits, and it's time to believe in you.